Yes, people, and welcome back to Normski TV and the match reaction. Bournemouth 2, Arsenal 3. Bournemouth 2, Arsenal 3. And guys, what can I say? What can I say? Listen, man. I predicted that we'd win this game 3-1. Was it a close game? It could have been, but bro, let me just start off with the lineup for Arsenal. Yeah. So look, Martinelli starts, comes in for Trossard. Gokres keeps his place. He starts. Madueke comes in for Saka. Saka's on the bench. Odegaard, Zubamendi, Rice coming back. Now listen, Rice is coming back with an injury, guys. Swollen leg. You saw what happened when he spoke about in the Brighton game. He missed the last game, so he's either injured or he's not. I think this guy's knee is pumped up with steroids. Yeah, I think this guy's knee is pumped up with steroids. But what a performance from our captain. What a performance from Decs. Rice, baby. Getting 2 goals, a brace in this game for us to go on and win this game 3-2. As I say, the back four was Pierre Enkipai, Gabriel Magalhaes. Bro, it wasn't your best game today, Gabriel. All right, you redeemed yourself getting that goal back in the 16th minute. But what was you doing with that pass? And we're going to talk about that. Saliba, Timber, and obviously Raya in goal. So let's talk about. I'm not going to talk about the other team in terms of their lineup. We would just focus on our team. Obviously, Semenyo, that's his last game for Bournemouth before he heads off to Man City. So, they allowed him to play that game. Didn't really affect us much. But look, that game could have been a different story. The thing with Bournemouth, guys, is that when they were gifted that goal by Gabriel in that 10th minute, I think it was in the 10th minute when that goal was gifted to them, I don't know what on earth Gabriel was doing. I think the ball was laid off to him. I think it was from, I don't know if it was Inkipaye or Zubamendi laid it back to Gabriel Magalhaes. And you see Timber calling for it. And obviously Gabriel's gone to pass this ball and has basically caught it wrong. And he's literally passed it to Even Evelson, if I can pronounce his name. At that point, Raya's gone to make an angle for Gabriel to pass it back to him. He's nowhere in his goal, and literally it was a gaping goal open for Even Evenson to just put it in the back of the net. Now, easiest goal that you're going to score against Arsenal. And you're thinking, Gabby, what are you doing? I mean, why? And this is the problem, guys. When we mess about with it in the back, this passing out the back and this slow passing thing that we do out the back, we put ourselves under pressure. And Bournemouth are a team that will close you down. They don't give you no time on the ball. They do not give you no time on the ball. And we get caught out, and Gabriel gets put under pressure, makes a mistake, and plays it straight to Even Evenson, and he puts it in the back of the net. So it's 1-0. We're thinking, oh my God. And you can see the distraught look on Gabby's face. You're just thinking, what are we doing here? We got to learn. I've said it time and time. I said it on Rashid Level-Headed Arsenal, Rashid Revolution. I said, like, when we go to these games, we got to impose ourselves on the game. This slow passing out the back, typical. This is what we do. And the first half, it was the same sort of thing. It was just slow, lethargic, watching paint dry. Yeah? That was more exciting than the way we are playing at the back. Zubamendi, don't know what you're doing with, giving the ball away. Odegaard, jumping out of tackles. Yeah, I get it. There's a World Cup coming up, but you got a captain. You got to put your foot in. You have to put your foot in. You can't be jumping out of tackles. Zubamendi, ball's played to him. All you've got to do is just play a simple ball. Yeah, you're passing it back and giving it back to the opposition. So you did not have a great game. Zubamendi didn't have a great game. Gabby didn't have a great game, apart from the fact that he redeemed himself and gets that goal from a set piece. And the ball comes over. There was a bit of commotion in the area. I don't know if there was a penalty, a possible penalty on us as well. But the ball ricochets to Gabby, and a well taken goal. to make it 1-1 in the 16th minute. Yeah, and you're thinking, right, come on, guys, come on. Anthony Semenyo got a yellow card. I don't know if he should have got a second one when he pulled back Zubamendi. I think it was Zubamendi. Not Zubamendi. I think it was Rice. Declan Rice. Sorry, it was Declan Rice. Should he have got a second yellow card? The referee was not the best referee in the world today. He didn't have a great game, but I'm not going to blame on the referee as to why decisions went against us or against them. Yeah, he's refereeing for both. But Bournemouth and us was just absolutely atrocious. One of the worst refereeing performances I've seen from this guy. You know what I mean? Was not pleased the way they're clear fouls on us and he's giving it the other way. I mean, what are you doing? But listen, that's beside the point. What we're meant to do is come here. Bournemouth have not won, since October. They've drawn lots of games, but they've not won a game since October. And the thing about it, I knew that we would get back in the game. I knew we'd get back in the game because Bournemouth are really an open team. But one thing they can do well is close you down. They don't give you time on the ball. So this is where you needed to exploit those open spaces. And it was taking us time to do that because they were always getting back into their position. We take so long to get the ball forward from back to front. You know what I mean? You're thinking that, what's going on? So listen, we go in first half, we're going 1-1. And you're thinking, right, Arsenal, you need to come out now and try and put this game to bed. And in the 54th minute, an assist, a lovely give and goal between Odegaard, I can't remember who else played it, Madueke, and the ball was played back, cut back. It's kind of cut back, it was played across, and Declan Rice made that late run into the box. Bang, well taken goal. Fantastic. We make it 2-1. Now, this is where we need to just go again, get that third goal, put the game to bed. You know what I mean? Some changes were made. Listen, Victor Gyökeres, again, his hold-up play is not there. His touch is not there. How much more time are we going to give this guy? I think for the second goal, what made, again, he held up the ball. But at first, I thought it was him that laid it off to Odegaard. Actually, it wasn't. It was the Bournemouth defender that got a foot to it, and I think it dropped to Odegaard or dropped to another player. Then Odegaard, whoever the player played it to Odegaard, and Odegaard was able to play to Declan Rice to get that second goal. Victor Gyökeres, it's looking very likely that when Havertz comes back, you are going to be third choice. You're going to be. I don't know how many you touches. I don't know what the stats are and how many touches you had or whatnot. But this is Bournemouth, man, and even when you're with your back to goal and you're trying your hold up play, it's like you're either falling on the floor, you don't jump. You know what I mean? It just want it. I think he had one chance where he ran onto the ball, but no, I don't even call it a chance. I wouldn't call it a chance. I seriously wouldn't call it a chance. Do you know what I mean? And he, judging by the score that he got, it was a very low score from One Football. He got a low score. Gabriel Magalhaes got a low score, even though he redeemed himself, getting that goal, and he needed that. So 54th minute, the assist from Martin Odegaard, his second assist in a row, which was great. And then changes are made. Gabriel, triple change actually, a triple change. You had Gabriel, Leandro Trossard, and Saka coming on. Madueke, Saka came on for Madueke. I thought Madueke had an okay game. He was always causing their left back problems. Do you know what I mean? At least he was running at them. Little trickery. End product needs to improve. But at the end of the day, do you know what I mean? Saka come on, didn't really do a lot apart from, I think, did Saka even get an assist? Yes, he did get an assist. So yeah, he gets his bonus assist, he gets his money, gets an assist for Declan Rice when nice cutback ball. We break. Saka goes down the wing, cuts the ball back, and again, Declan's coming on, running onto the ball and scoring to make it 3-1. You're thinking, at this point, yes, you know what I mean? We've definitely, got this game in the bag. Don't allow the pressure to come on. And as I said, there wasn't real pressure from Bournemouth in that sense, yeah? But Odegaard switching off. And when that guy scored, He had only been on for a couple of minutes, if that. Junior, I think, Krupi, and the assist came from Lewis Cook, 76 minute. Just ran off of Odegaard. He just stopped still. Stop still. Why are you stopping still? Run with your player. Put your foot in. And this is one thing I'm really frustrated with Odegaard. He does not put his foot in the tackle. In the middle of the park, listen, Bournemouth went with, I think it was a 4-2, I think it was a 4-2-3-1. So they had more in that midfield, you know what I mean? That 5 midfield, whereas we are gone with our standard 4-3-3. So a lot of the time they were winning the midfield battle. Yeah. Second half, yes, we started to win it back. Decs started to win it back. Which was good. Moreno came on. Moreno came on in. Let's just find out exact time that Moreno came on. Moreno came on for Odegaard in the 80th minute. Just to try to see the game out. But at this point, it's 3-2. What's going on with Eze, people? What is going on? That's 4 games now. He's not come on. Yeah? Even when we wasn't even on the bench. Kai Havertz wasn't on the bench. The last game, Kai Havertz was on the bench, and even didn't make the matchday squad, and today he doesn't make the matchday squad. And even saying that, Havertz wasn't on the bench. I feel so sorry for Ethan. He has to go out on loan go out alone this January. He has to. I don't know what's going on with Ethan. This guy needs a game. Now, does he start or have any? Does he feature any at all in our next big game, which is Liverpool at home? Is he going to feature? Who knows? I need Arteta to rotate that midfield a bit more. We need to be more braver. Yeah? Because what you want to do in that situation is brew on Eze and just go for the jugular. Go for the jugular. You know what I'm trying to say? Go for the jugular. But look, we win the game 3-2. We go 7 points clear of Man City, 6 points clear of Aston Villa, who beat Nottingham Forest today. I think it was 3-1. So there was a level of pressure going into this game. But yet again, Arteta, how on earth is he playing an injured player in Declan Rice? He must, as I said, have some kind of steroids in his knee. He has to. I can't think how. And there was times where when you look at him, he just didn't, personally speaking, even though he was making those runs and that, he just didn't look right to me. Do you know what I mean? Will he be totally fit for the Liverpool game? At that point, 3-1 out, I would have probably taken him up and brought on Eze or brought on Norgard. What's Norgard got to do to get a game? Do you know what I'm trying to say? And so, yeah, the game pans out. We win it 3-2. There was a last flurry from Bournemouth where they had a long throw from Semenyo that was kept out. The ball was cleared out of our 18-yard box, and then the referee blew up, and it looked like the Bournemouth players started to gather around the referee and was having a go at him and blah blah blah. But at the end of the day, the game is done. We went over the 6 minutes added time. Do you know what I mean? And we win the game 3-2. But look, Bournemouth, couldn't take them for granted. Do you know what I mean? As I say, you can't be gifting in a title race like this, guys. You cannot be gifting this at this level, gifting teams goals like that. Do you know what I mean? We have to have our head screwed on. We got Liverpool next, right? Yeah, better players, right? They're coming to the Emirates, right? So we have to be on it. We have to be on it with Ekatike and whatever. Does he start Jesus in the next game? Because I don't think Gyökeres is doing enough to make a start for Arsenal. I really can't see him. And I think he's going to struggle against the likes of Van Dijk and Konate. Do you know what I'm trying to say? If you can't bully the Bournemouth back line, and you seem to be having lots of problems. I think now this is 8 games now that you haven't scored in. Arteta, they come out and spoke to Arteta about it, not in this particular press conference, but I think the pre-match and conference before, and they were saying that he will find his feet at some point, but he needs to find it quick, because once Havertz is fit and ready to go, Jesus, do you know what I mean? He comes on, strings the play. I mean, listen, he didn't really make much of an impact when he come on. I'm not going to lie, he didn't really, held up the ball a lot better than Gyökeres for a start, but didn't really make the impact that he did when he scored against Aston Villa. But listen, I'm going to say a win is a win. Do you know what I mean? But we have to perform better than that. I keep saying it. We need to start quicker. We need to impose ourselves quicker in games. Play the ball quicker. It has to be an instruction, and it's built in these guys' minds that the way they play. You know what I mean? And this guy behind us, again, getting a brace today. Captain. This is what you call a proper captain. You know what I mean? Playing with an injury. Playing with a injury, guys. You know what I mean? I just hope and pray that, I mean, listen, we know for a start he's going to start against Liverpool. Yeah? More long needles in that knee. Yeah? Drain off that fluid. He talked about it. He talked about it in the Brighton game. And he spoke about it to Rodgers once the game had finished. He was telling him that he's got a messed up knee. I'm not going to use the expletive, but you know what? That's what he said when it, you know, they lip read what he was saying. So we have to, I keep saying, guys, we need a much faster start, and it doesn't help when you're giving away hospital balls or gifting goals like that, because other teams will completely punish us. As simple as that. Yeah, we've got a lot of games in January, 8 games or so in January. You know, we got the double header with Chelsea in the Carabao Cup. We got the FA Cup, you know, away to Portsmouth. You know, we got the Liverpool game, some big games, Man United games in January. So there's a lot of games. But I'm begging this manager. No, I'm not begging. You need to change. You need to change it. You need to give not Ethan Wanweri, because I don't think he's going to get a chance looking. But you need to get Eze in this side. You know, you can't pay 60 odd plus million for this guy to be sitting on the bench. What must he be thinking? What must he be thinking? Rotate the side. You have a big enough squad. You spent X amount of millions, 200 plus million, 1.3 billion spent, 15.6 million you earn. Earn it. Rotate the side. Simple as that. Rotate the side. Listen, today, Gabby redeems himself, but Decs, the captain, what a performance. Guys, please hit the like button, subscribe and share if you're new, and I will see you on the next match. Take care and God bless.